Good afternoon. My name is Donna Fiesel. I'm your host of The Edge on ICU Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundance Television found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. We're going to talk about Memorial Day today. I found a great article. It's history.army.mil, and it's the origins of Memorial Day. You know, a lot of folks think Memorial Day is just a day, it's your extra day off from work, you get paid for it. You go on a vacation, maybe a little mini vacation, you have hot dogs and hamburgers, do cookouts, but there's much more to it. So let's talk about how it all began and all the origins of it and why we admire this holiday, okay? And it's the one that you need to really salute, and you really need to be teaching your kids what this holiday is all about. Okay, in 1864, this is out of Boalsburg, Pennsylvania. Women put flowers on the graves of their own Civil War dead from the nearby Battle of Gettysburg, and on another war dead in summer and fall. Now, this is the start of the decorating the graves every year. August 1868, Boalsburg chapter of GAR organized, and they take responsibility for yearly observance. Kind of what we do here in the South. We have what we call a decoration day. And maybe at your church, maybe your grandparents used to go there and they are laid to rest there. And so we go and put flowers on the memorial. That's what people used to do a long time ago. Now, in April 1865, a descendant of President John Adams, Mrs. Sue Landon Vaughn, is said to have led some women to Vicksburg, Mississippi Cemetery to decorate the graves of soldiers there. And this is 1954. Okay. Now, in May 1865, Winchester, Virginia, local women form the Stonewall Jackson Memorial Association, and they decorate all the graves in the Confederate Cemetery, which is supposedly the first cemetery established for soldiers that were dead in the South. There is an old cemetery, and it's in this area, and it's called the Old Bethel Cemetery. There's an old church there. And that's where my great-great-great-great-grandfather is buried. His name is John Bearden. And he's also a Confederate soldier. And there's a big marker there as well in his honor and the honor of other folks who served as well. In 1886, this is April of 1886, women of Columbus, Mississippi go to the Friendship Cemetery. It's on the outskirts of the city with burial ground for the Shiloh battle dead. And they lay flowers on both Union and Confederate dead. Greeley's New York Tribune prints a story of the unprejudiced acts of these women that led to widespread interest in impartial offering to memory of the dead. Not just the South, not just the North, but to everyone, okay? It's seen as a healing touch for the nation. I think that's pretty awesome. Carbondale, Illinois, same year, inspired by seeing a woman with 2 children putting flowers on graves in rural Hiller Cemetery, just outside Carbondale, Ambrose Crowell, Russell Winchester, and Jonathan F. Wiseman clean and decorate other graves that day. Then they organize a wider scale memorial observance in the larger Carbondale Woodlawn Cemetery on April the 29th, 1866. 219 Civil War veterans marched to the cemetery. Southern Illinois own their own major. General John A. Logan gives the principal address. Sexton James Green makes memo of the occasion on a flyleaf of an old family book, complete with date, location, etc. Carbondale therefore takes the claim of the first organized community-wide Memorial Day observance in the United States. In 1866, Carbondale Memorial Association Incorporated starts movement to establish its first claim. So Illinois Congressman Kenneth Gray introduced House Bill number 12175 to this end to make Carbondale's Woodlawn Cemetery a national landmark. How nice. Okay, in May of 1866, May 5th, Waterloo, New York, formal Memorial Day observations were held. Okay, in 1867, these activities inspire a young lawyer, later prominent jurist and co-founder of Cornell University, Francis Miles Finch, to write this poem. The Blue and the Gray. It was published in the Atlantic Daily in September 1867. This work became very popular and contributed to the movement for the special day to decorate graves of the soldiers. Now, in May 1868, a former Union soldier from Ohio, name is unknown, wrote to the Adjutant General M.P. Chipman of the Grand Army of the Republic, an organization of Union veterans, suggesting an annual practice of honoring dead of Civil War with ceremonies and decorating of gloves. The AG takes the suggestion to General Logan, the Commander-in-Chief of GAR, and on May the 5th, 1868, Logan directs local posts of the GAR to establish May the 30th for this purpose. General Orders Number 11, Headquarters, Grand Army of the Republic, Washington, D.C., May 5th, 1868 proclaims, the 30th day of May, 1868, is designated for the purpose of strewing with flowers or otherwise decorating the graves of comrades who died in defense of their country. Now, in Arlington, Virginia, this is May the 30th, Congressman James A. Garfield, later to become president, is first speaker at a ceremony at National Cemetery at Arlington, Virginia. First formal and official observance of Memorial Day. Lots of history here for Memorial Day, and we all need to know this. Okay, in 1873, Memorial Day is recognized as an official holiday. When New York State designates it as a legal holiday, other states are soon to follow. Now, in 1882, the Grand Army of Republic urges that the name of the holiday be Memorial Day. Many, however, persist in calling it Decoration Day because of the way it began, with the decoration of the graves of fallen soldiers. I can see that. Okay, in 1887, Joint Resolution 6, this is 23 February 1887, that's 22 Stat 644, U.S. Congress allows the day of each year which is celebrated as Memorial or Decoration Day to be the holiday for all per diem employees of the government on duty at Washington or elsewhere in the United States. Okay, in 1888, Act of Congress, this is on August the 1st, 1888, 25 Stat 353, it made May the 30th a legal holiday for all persons in the District of Columbia. Okay, in 1901, this is an act of Congress, on March the 3rd, 1901, 31 Stat 1404 provided that if this day falls on a Sunday, the next preceding day shall be a holiday. This was amended by the Act of June 30th, 1902, 32 Stat 34 Stat 543. I have dyslexia, by the way. In 1926, joint resolution on June the 19th, 1926, U.S. Congress authorizes and directs the Secretary of War to accept a tablet commemorating the designation of May the 30th as Memorial Day by General Orders 11-5 May 1868, headquarters of the Grand Army of the Republic, signed by General John A. Logan, Commander-in-Chief. Now in 1966, so we're going all the way down from 1926 to 1966, House Concurrent Resolution 587, this is on February the 10th, 1966, introduced by Congressman Samuel S. Stratton, his 89th Congress, second session, recognized the Village of Waterloo, New York celebration on May 5th, 1866 as the first observance of Memorial Day as a national holiday to pay tribute to those who gave their lives in all our nation's wars. The resolution also states that Congress does recognize Waterloo, New York, as the birthplace of Memorial Day. It further states that while Memorial Day has since become a national holiday, observed from one end of the land to the other, on May the 30th, the President is requested to issue a proclamation calling attention to the centennial anniversary of the first observance of Memorial Day. Now, in January 1971, with the passage of Monday holiday law, the celebration of Memorial Day holiday is changed from 30 May to the last Monday in May. On December 2000, National Moment of Remembrance resolution, which asked that at 3 p.m. local time for all Americans to voluntarily and informally observe in their own way a moment of remembrance and respect, pausing from whatever they are doing for a moment of silence or listening to taps. And that was passed. Isn't that awesome? It most certainly is. And to all of our folks, all of our military personnel, thank you so much for your service. Let's go into a commercial break. We're going to be right back in just a few minutes. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. Let Rhonda at Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC take the burden off you for all your tax needs. I know because Rhonda has been taking care of my business since 2013. I feel Rhonda works for me because she knows the direct questions to ask to better benefit my unique business in order for me to get back the biggest refund possible. Rhonda is an ongoing student, and she knows tax laws are in a constant change every year. Call 256-281-9903 for an appointment to take the dread out of getting your taxes done. Rhonda is located at 11968 U.S. Highway 431 in Boaz. Again, that number is 256-281-9903. And let Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC champion your personal and business taxes. Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018. The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462. Okay, we are back. My name is Donna Thiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You know, you can find us on television, too, on Channel 182, Charter Communications, and Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Podcast, make sure you check it out, netnewsnetwork.net. How do you think military personnel, how do you think, for their life of service, for everything they've done to make this a great country, for all the liberties that we have, and we hope to keep those liberties too. So how do you think someone in the military? You can always spot them in a crowd. You know, they usually have a cap on that says whether they've been whatever branch of service. We always thank them. We'll just walk up to somebody and say, thank you for your service. That's one way you can do it, but let's talk about other ways you can do this. So this is from military.com. And so this is written by Justin Constantine from military.com. He says, as a Marine veteran, I've heard thank you for your service, that phrase over and over again, especially during a Memorial Day or a Veterans Day celebration. Maybe I should feel honored, but more often I feel annoyed because many times it comes across like an empty gesture. You know, like we're just saying it and there's really not a meaning to it. You really need to have meaning to that. I often wonder how many people really think about what service truly means or have ever talked with a former service member about life in the military. Veterans sacrifice not in just what they did during the time in the military, but what they didn't do or have. The typical entry-level positions or a 9-to-5 job that provides career advances, a competitive salary, and time to enjoy quality time with their families or their friends. So they didn't get to do this. So too often we think holding a parade or maybe even shaking a veteran's hand is the extent of our duty to them. No. There's more to it. But if we really want to honor veterans, we should do something more substantive. What do you do for a veteran, is more often than what you say. So here are some 10 really, really good ideas right here that can actually help veterans and really thank them for their service. Write a check. And let me tell you, you can do that. There are countless veterans organizations that could use some extra cash for programs that help wounded warriors. That's one of them. They assist current service members who are having financial difficulties and give job counseling to people leaving the Army, leaving the military. You could research an organization on your own, or you can ask a veteran for their input. Donate your frequent flyer miles. Okay, do you travel a lot for work or pleasure? Do you collect frequent flyer miles? You can donate them. So consider donating some to the Fisher House Foundation's Hero Miles program, which helps family members be close to the bedside of loved ones who were injured. Number 3, offer your expertise. You know the old saying, time is money? Instead of just giving cash, you can give some time to your veterans group. Think about which skills you have from your job that might be beneficial. Do you work in construction? You could help build houses for wounded warriors. Let's talk about this one. Bring in a veteran speaker. Nothing better. Just nothing better. There's a reason people say that someone was telling war stories. Veterans have a great insight into leadership, crisis management, and personal grit. Next time you're planning a corporate event, look at bringing a speaker who served in the military. Best you could do. Number 5 is hire a veteran. That's what we used to do. We were in Anniston, had our business there, and Fort McClellan was there. We would, and I'm going to tell you what, I loved hiring spouses of military. And sometimes people would say, well, I don't know about that because I probably won't be here but about a couple of years or so. You know what my comeback to that was? It was always, how often, what is the average length of an employee with you? How much time are they with you? How many years? They would usually say, well, for lucky 6 months. And I would say, gotcha. You hire the spouse of a military person, and I promise you, they're going to be with you. They're going to be so glad to have the job. And I'm going to tell you what, they were my best ones. Well, guess what? Word used to own a Snelling franchise. So word would get around that we were helping military's wives, and we were so busy. They were some of the best employees you could possibly have. And they were very, very happy and very eager to get the jobs, very well trained, very adversed in what they were doing as well. Then in our own business, we always like to hire ex-military people. We're so structured. They were really serious about what they were doing, because I was serious about my business making a profit. So you better believe, if they were ex-military, I was seeking them out. And then Fort McClellan closed. Well, we had a lot of folks who had retired that thought, well, I'll just go ahead and retire. I like the area. It's low cost of living and that kind of thing. And so I'm going to tell you that the best employees you could have are ex-military, and any branch, it doesn't matter. But going ahead and hire a veteran. So listen to what they say about this. If you work in any kind of management position, you can help your business or nonprofit improve its veteran hiring practices. Again, do it. The best place to start is PsychArmor, and I'm going to spell that for you. You need to Google this. PSYCHARMOR. It's one word. PSYCHARMOR. It's a nonprofit organization that provides top-class free webinars on how to hire, find, train, and retain veterans and military spouses. I'm just telling you, they're the best ones. Hire a military spouse or caregiver. Yes. So supporting military families is as important as supporting veterans themselves. Consider hiring military spouses or caregivers at your next job opening. They're often incredibly talented, educated, and professional. And guess what? They've traveled the world. They can really give you some stories. And the best, the absolutely best around. Number 7, donate pro bono hours. Okay, if you are a lawyer, donate your hours to a veterans law school clinic, or participate in a program supporting veterans in need of your state's bar association. Many vulnerable vets face legal challenges not only related to their compensation claims with the Department of Veterans Affairs, but also regarding upgrading their discharges, like the landlord-tenant issues, criminal offense, and bankruptcy. Okay, so let's talk about earmark your donations. This is number 8. If you donate money to your alma mater, consider earmarking those donations specifically to support programs and services supporting veterans. Also consider contributing to scholarships at your university that are set aside specifically for veterans. Nonprofit organizations such as 4Block, that's F-O-U-R, Block, 2 words, provide critical services to student veterans as they prepare for internships and then jobs in the private sector. Number 9. Oh, before I finish with that, there is a television show just started coming on APTV, Create Television. And it's really awesome because they talk about how you work with your hands, how you make things. And so several colleges are actually offering classes, and they're letting veterans, and it's a way they can just kind of, they can get into, it's because art, working with your hands, is a good way if you have some bad memories or maybe some bad things that happened in the military, that kind of help you get on a good foot with that. And I think those colleges and universities who do that. Okay, number 9, volunteering. If you prefer to focus on grassroots efforts, support, and interact with organizations such as the Veterans Access Resource Group, that's Veteran Success Resource Group, that brings together hundreds of veterans and family members in one afternoon to meet representatives from all local government agencies that hire and support veterans, businesses that want to hire vets, or include veteran-owned businesses in their supply chain, universities that provide vet services, and a multitude of veteran service organizations. Again, this is the Veteran Success Resource Group. You can volunteer for that if you'd like. Number 10, use a veteran-owned business. Okay, approximately 9% of the 27 million small businesses in the United States are veteran-owned. You could support veteran entrepreneurship by frequenting those businesses, by adding them to your company's supply chain. You can learn more from the Coalition for Veteran-Owned Businesses. You need to also stay on top of your veteran benefits. Military benefits are always changing, so keep up with everything from pay to health by signing up for a free military.com membership. This is for you military folks. Let's talk about Coalition. We've got a few minutes. So this is Coalition, Veterans Main Business, what it means to be an NVSBC. So let's go up here and talk about this for a minute. So Veterans Main Business. Okay, so by joining the NVSBC, you're meeting other veteran small business owners to share experiences. That's how they can kind of get together, get support in finding government contracts, having endless capabilities, and there are veterans that are helping other veterans in business. So I saw this website, and let me give this to you. If you are a veteran, you're listening right now. It's NV as in Victor, S as in Sam, B as in baby, C as in Charlie.org. But it's the National Veteran Small Business Coalition. And let's say they have a monthly academy coming up. It's on Wednesdays. Let me go ahead and grab that. It's on the second or third Wednesday of the month at 4 to 5 p.m. And this is at Arlington, Virginia. You've got free parking in the whole works. But you'll find more information about that when you go to the website. What it means to be in NVSBC. They're a nationally recognized nonprofit organization. So if you're looking to support someone nonprofit, you can help that if you're a business owner. Or if you just want to do this in your personal. They provide training, networking, and advocacy for the veteran small business entrepreneurs in the federal market to ensure that they are procurement ready and have enhanced access to opportunities to start, operate, sustain, and grow competitive and strong business serving federal agencies and other government contractors. So you can join them now. There's some really good testimonials here where people actually enhanced their business, and they got a better grip on what's happening into their community as well. And there are several events that you can go to as well. Again, that is NVSBC.org. And again, thank you, veterans, for all that you've done to serve our country and for making us a free country. We appreciate that. We'll see you later on another episode of The Edge. You can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications. About that television found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Don't forget the podcast, netnewsnetwork.net. Good to see you today.